What a beautiful sight, guys. This is an amazing part of the United States. We are in La Quinta, California, right outside of Palm Springs. A little windy, so forgive the audio, but I'm sure it's going to be all right. And we'll get some pictures of the mountains directly behind us. It is unbelievable. We've been here in Palm Springs area in the desert, what they call the Coachella Valley, for about a week now, headed back home. It is a really neat area of California. It is right as you enter California. For those of you who don't know, we're probably, I'd say 150, 200 miles east of Los Angeles. So we are really enjoying this for sure. There's not a ton of breweries out here, really. I stopped off at a Whole Foods the other day, which I think we have a couple of pictures we can show you that had a legit bar. I mean, it literally had not only a craft beer bar, which they had about 10 or 12 taps on, which was really quite nice, but they had a legitimate bar where they had, all types of mixed drinks, cocktails, so on and so forth. I spoke to the bartender there and I found an interesting fact. There's only 3 Whole Foods, according to him, of course, that we haven't verified this, that have a legit bar in them. One here in Palm Springs, which obviously in California, and then the other 2 are one in Los Angeles and one in Hawaii, of all places. So really neat. It's kind of cool to see. But anyway, back to La Quinta Brewing. So we are here. We stopped off, spoke to the bar staff and wait staff, and this brewery has won a tremendous amount of awards. It's not a very old brewery, actually. It's a 10,000 barrel per year just actual brewery itself, and their brewer is a home brewer. He moved here in the desert, started home brewing, started La Quinta Brewing here in La Quinta, and just really took off. We've been to 2 locations, one in Palm Springs, and then obviously this one here in La Quinta, California. This area here is somewhat upscale. It's a really neat area. It is traditional Spanish Saltillo tile with the roofs and the mountain backgrounds. I mean, it is quite breathtaking and stunning. And everybody has been really friendly here and very jovial. It's been a really good experience for sure. Let's go into the brewery itself. So the brewery, I mentioned that they had a bunch of medals. They won a IPA medal in 2017 in India IPA, which in California, and it's amazing to see these guys win these IPA medals. And we are in the home of California, obviously Stone Brewing, of course, but San Diego, they call Hophead of USA. As you guys know, San Diego has all of those hoppy West Coast IPAs, and this brewery actually won several awards for their IPA as well. I'm currently drinking a date, so a little bit of information about where we are. This is a big date growing area. You never really think about dates. When you go to the grocery store, at least we don't, or at least I don't. You buy apples or oranges or bananas, and you see those dates over there off to the side, but never really think about it. But now, all of a sudden, when we're here in Indio, California, in Palm Springs and the Coachella Valley, obviously La Quinta, we are seeing dates everywhere. So I had a mango, it was like a mango lager before, which was outstanding. And then I'm drinking this date lager, which is great. It's not an IPA. It's really low on the ABV scale, very low on the IBU scale. It is really refreshing for sure. From that standpoint, they have a coffee porter. I have not tried it, and they also have a coffee porter aged in bourbon barrels. So unfortunately, they don't have that on tap. They have won a World Cup beer medal for that, I believe in 2019, and I understand it is absolutely out of this world. Unfortunately, like I said, they don't have it on tap, so I'm not able to really share my comments to that. But I'm knowing this date, it is, I'm sure it's really good for sure. From that standpoint, my overall take of this area is that it is a neat area to visit for sure. It's very pretty. People are extremely friendly. We are really blown away by the courteousness, the friendliness of the people. Everybody has waved and said hi and jovial and just having a really good time. I have been really impressed with that for sure. Another thing too is that it's a really neat area. One thing that coming from Texas, you know, when it says 11 miles, budget an hour, it is really crazy. Not only the traffic, which is not a lot of traffic, but there's a ton of stoplights, and you get going a block and you have to stop. You get going another block, you have to stop.
Hey, where are we?
I don't know.
Well, get out of the car and find out.
When we see 11 miles and literally it's 45 to 50 minutes, literally.
Where are we, dear?
Goslow.
Goslow?
It's like, wow, that is crazy how this is. But anyway, I guess these people are really accustomed to that. And I guess that if you live in California, you're probably chuckling right now going, well, you're probably right. So at the end of the day, it was really interesting to see that. Another interesting thing, which we'll show you, is the sandstorms. We've been here for, like I said, about a week, and we've encountered two. Today actually was one of them. And as you can tell, as I mentioned when we started the vlog, it is a little windy, and I apologize again for the audio, but the reality is that the wind comes over these mountains and it kicks up all of this sand. And it is like I've never been to the Sahara Desert, but I'm sure it's very similar to that. And I guess that's why dates grow really, really well out here too, because it's a very similar climate.
So, is that it? Did we do a date?
So in conclusion, it is a really neat place to come, for sure. It is nice to enjoy the atmosphere, the weather, the people. Enjoy that. We went to a date farm, which was super cool. We really enjoyed that. It was a laid-back experience, and it was a really neat way to see how they harvest them. And factoid for you that it is a really interesting way they harvest, because it is all by hand. So next time you see dates in the store, definitely put that in your repertoire for sure. So with all of that said, we really appreciate you listening. Please press subscribe. We've got some good stuff coming. It's been a while. We've been kind of out of touch for a little while. We're back in the loop, and we look forward to sharing more experiences with you. Cheers.